Hi, welcome to the intervention for the mid-chapter 3 assessment. So in this mid-chapter intervention for chapter 3, we're going to look at 3 examples of the similar problems to the most missed questions on the assessment. So for example, graph the image of the figure using the following transformation that's given. So we want to do a reflection across y equals -1. So we need to remember that y equals -1 is the equation of the line that is a horizontal line. Okay, let's note that when it says y equals 1, this is not a translation. Okay, because I saw that a lot of people used it as a translation and added 1 to every y value. So you are not moving this up 1. You're doing a reflection, not a translation. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to graph y equals 1. Y equals 1 is a horizontal line going through right here. Okay, so what you're going to do now is you are going to count the distance from the point to the line of reflection. So that's 1, 1. We're going to call that D prime. Then from C, 1, 1, we're going to call that C prime. And then from E, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's going to be E prime. So then what you're going to do is you're going to grab your protractor and you're going to connect the lines. Like this. Okay. Now I'm going to highlight it in different colors so you can see it. Not that you have to, but it's going to look something like this. And that's the reflection about y equals 1. Make sure you appropriately label these. Okay, let's take a look at the second one. And this is the reflection of the y-axis. Now, when you're reflecting about the y-axis, you have to count towards the line of reflection and count the same distance on the other side. So let's start with D. D is 1 unit away from the line of reflection. So you're going to count 1 unit away from that, and that's going to be D prime. G is 2 units away from the line of reflection, so you count 2 units away, that is G prime. F, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units away from the line of reflection. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So F is going to be right there, call that F prime. Now, here's the interesting one, because E happens to be on the line of reflection. So because it's on the line of reflection, it's going to stay at the line of reflection. Okay, so it maps onto itself. So now what we're going to do is we are going to connect them. Okay, we're going to connect them like this. And then I'm going to use a different highlighter just so you guys can see it a little bit better. Okay, and this is the reflection about the y-axis. Just remember that when you're reflecting about any line, if that point is on the line of reflection, it's going to stay there. Okay, let's look at the next one. Write a rule to describe each transformation. So here's the thing. When you're looking at this, you have to ask yourself which one is the pre-image, which one is the image. So looking at the notation, this triangle here is triangle HIG. This one is H prime, I prime, G prime, which means that this one right here is going to be my image. And this one here is going to be my pre-image. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at only one set of points. So say, for example, I want to look at I. How can I get from I to I prime? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a horizontal change first. That's going to be -1. So that's x -1. And then up 1, 2, 3. So that's going to be the rule for that translation. Thank you for watching. Now go ahead and do your retake.